Okay, dear students, today we have to discuss the new public administration, Minnobrook. So these are the very important topic for the administration to modern changes of the public administration. Monogroup 1, monogroup 2, monogroup 3 is the important revolutionary process of public administration. So the 20 yearly milestone conferences in 1968, 1988, and 2008 were organized to reflect on the future of public administration from an USA perspective. The Munno-Brook process initially was dialectic based on small groups within a specific USA context. The ambition was through the demonstration of a compelling manifest expertise assets on authority of a legitimacy and thereby influence the course of the future inquiry and endeavor in public administration. Made in 1971, apart from national and international political context, there were other elements that were significant. First, several disciplines had revolts and were about to shift to. There was new sociology, new history, new political science, a combination of young intellectuals, revolts, and conformational politics also at universities added to turbulent times. Waldo 1968. Minnobrook 1968. The Minnobrook 1 perspective reflected and helpful to catalyze a new public administration. It is also helpful to set new agendas for new topics and focused on adoption, capacity, and organizational development, normative and empirical theories, comparative public administration, policy making, and rationality. The major concern was the relevance. These debates were embedded in the specific context of the White Man War and the student revolts. The prominent term was new public management. Minnobrook 2, 1988. Minnobrook 2 was against driven by an awareness of a changed world with a PA which was not fit for that purpose. There was a new awareness of the prominence of interdependency and interconnectedness of policy issues, private public organization and nation states combined with a cultural diversity in a variety of forms, workforce, public world. This pushed the participants to conclude that problems ultimately cannot be solved but only can be ameliorated. One of the new topic was the focus on feminist views on and in public administration, even if Minnobrook to build upon its previous version and for some could be considered as a further developments of new public administration. There was significant differences and concerned. The 1988 version of a Munnabruk was influenced by postmodern thoughts. Minnobrook 3 2008. Minnobrook thought combined critique with a historical perspective and new topics. A whole range of emerging questions, including block public administration in Asia, global public administration, the role of networks, and the impact of markets. But the main topic that surfaced was the impact of globalization on the field of public administration. This including increased studies in comparative public administration, more public policy research across international boundaries, and the increased role of international organization in governance. O'Leary et al. 2020, a second focus was on collaborative governance. The third major topic was the role of information technology against the most crucial topic was relevances. New public administration is an anti-positivist, anti-technical, and anti-hierarchical reactions against traditional public administration. A practiced theory in response to the over changes needs of the public and how institutions and administration go about solving them focuses on the role of a government and how it is can provide these services to citizens who are a part of the public interest by means of but not limited to public policy. New public administration traces its origins to the first Munnabruk conference held in 1968 under the patronage of Dwight Waldo. This conference brought together to the top scholars in public administration and management to discuss and reflect on the state of the field and its future. The 1960s in the USA was a time of unusual social and political turbulence and upheaval. In this context, Waldo concluded that neither the study nor the practice of public administration was responding suitably to the escalating turmoil and the complications that arose from those conditions. For part of the reasoning for this, Waldo argued was the general mistrust they had become associated with public administration itself. A call to revamp the ethical obligations of the service sector was necessary in rebuilding the public's trust of government and bureaucracy, which had been plagued by corruption and the narrow self-interests of other. Moving towards a more ethical public services then required attention to the underlying values that support public service and public servants in any sector. The new public management did not offer public servants an alternative model to help them resolve emerging conflicts and tensions. Concept of citizenship, democracy, or public interest have evolved over time and They are continuing to evaluate consequently the role of government and the role of the public service are being transformed in a way that push behind the constraint of the classic model. Lessons of varying perspectives can challenge us clearly and create a story that boasts enough depth to serve as not only a history in a traditional sense but also an interactive timeline that ignites constant improvement at its core. Public service requires a vision that extends behind narrow self interest. Waldo sees public administration and bureaucracy as integrally bound to civilization and to our culture in two senses. The evolution of civilization itself was dependent upon public administration, and related concepts are constitutive elements within out specific civilization and culture. New public administration theory deals with the following issues. Democratic citizenship refers directly to the belief in creating a government where the common man has a voice in politics. For such as approach to work, citizens must become aware, knowledgeable, and active in their communities and national. True democratic citizenship requires more than voting for a representatives. It requires using one's own mind, voice, and actions. Public interest refers to the collective common good within society to which is the main objects of public interest. Public policy, the means by which news public policy is enacted and introduced, but not limited in participation of the public but encouraged involvement. Services to citizens, providing and uploading the moral and ethical stand in regards to meeting the needs of citizens through institutions and bureaucracies. First, a new theory should start with the ideal of democratic citizenship. The public service derives its true meaning from its mandate to serve citizens to advance the public good. This is the reason of the institution, the source of motivation and pride of those who choose to make it their life, whether for a season or for an entire career. Main features of new public administration: responsiveness. The administration should bring about certain internal as well as external changes so that public administration would be made more relevant to the social, economic, political, and technological environment. For this to append, the administration has to be more flexible and adaptable to the various changes. Client centricity. This means that the effectiveness of the administrator should be judged not only from the point of view of the government but from that of the citizens. If the administrative actions did not improve the quality of life of citizens, then they are not effective. Notwithstanding whatsoever rationality and efficiency, they may have structural changes in administration. The new public administration approach calls from calls for small, flexible, and less hierarchical structures in administration so that the citizens administration interface could become more flexible and comfortable. The organization structures should be in with the socially relevant conditions. Multidisciplinary nature of public administration, knowledge from several disciplines and not just one dominating paradigm build the discipline of public administration. The political, social, economic, management, and human relations approach are needed to ensure the growth of a discipline. Politics administration dichotomy since administrator administrators today are involved in policy formulation and policy implementation at all the stages. Dichotomy meaning a division or a construct between two things that are represented as being opposed or entirely different. Awarenesses bring attention to the works of a public administration and the task that public administration carry out for the community and for the government. Jobs of public administrators affect communities and a large number of people. The importance of the job should be highlighted. Case studies. Case studies help public administrators highlight situations and events where policies were not carried out as they should be. They set an example for what to do and what not to do. Case studies are a basic way to break down event in order to learn from other people's mistakes and the effects those mistakes have had on the community, with public administration being a job devoted to the people. It is an obvious way to see the reality of the work you do in the community. While there are many cases where policies are not carried out as planned, there are also plenty of examples of executed policies that have benefited communities, and those are important to look at as well. Structure change. Public administration is moving in many different directions. It is more often called public management now. This is because this job is moving towards a direction of not only implementing policy to people but also managing policies as it trickles down through the law process so that it is realistic for communities and the people in them. Jack of all trades, the best public administrators tend to be someone who has knowledge in politics and law but also has a hand in community functions. This allows for a smooth transition from policy to implementation. Change with the changes in the world, job of public administration has changed. The job may be the same but little, like public manager and public advisor have really replaced the title public administrators. Relevance. Traditional public administration has too little interest in contemporary problems and issues. Social realities must be taken into consideration. I am people study should see changes as a relevant meaning that, thereby that changes should be specific to the needs of the areas and the need of the people. Earlier purchases to NPA considered that the rationality of the people was neglected. NPA suggests the inclusion of a rationality of the people to in the process of policy formulation. The values value neutrality in public administration is an impossibility. The values being served through administrative action must be transparent to practice. Transparency in public administration is to ensure citizens that valuability of information which is deemed public. This should be an organizational goal and is to be taken into account when conducting all public businesses regardless of one's job title. If the goal of an organization is to serve the citizens to the best of their ability, then avoiding or failing to achieve transparency would cause significant damage to the relationship between them and the people they are aiming to serve. Social equality, realization of social equity should be a chief goal of public administration. Skepticism towards the deeply rooted powers invested in permanent institutions and the status quo, operational flexibility and organizational adaptability to meet the environmental changes should be inbuilt in the administrative system. Client focus, positive practice, proactive and responsive administrators rather than inaccessible and authoritarian ivory towards bureaucrats, management, worker relations. There should be equal emphasis both on the efficiency and human consideration. The new approach has to satisfy both the efficiency and the human relations criterion, criterion in order to achieve success. NPA provides solutions for achieving these goals, popularly called 4DS. Example: decentralization, debureaucratization, delegation, and democratization. So this 4Ds is very important of the administration activities. The new public administration brought public administration closer to political science. It was citizen criticized as anti-theoretic and anti-management. Robert to Golombievic described it as a radicalism in words and status quo in skills and technologies. Further, it must be counted as only a cruel reminder of the gap in the field between aspiration and performance. Golombievic consider it as a temporary and transitional phenomena. In other words, we can say that the solution for achieving the goals and anti-goals are not provided by the NPA scholars explicitly. Secondly, how much one should decentralize or delegate or debureaucratize or democratize in order to achieve the goals. On this front, NPA is totally silent. Totally silent. As said in a new synthesis of public administration, government have always been called upon it to make difficult decisions, undertake complicated initiatives, and face complex problem characteristical of the period. This is not in dispute nonetheless. The current circumstances is to determine what can be handled in the traditional way and what must be done differently. Governments have always been called upon to face difficult problems, setting priorities and making choices have always been difficult. For example, eliminating a seizable deficiencies is merely a difficult problem, although it is hard to believe when one is in the middle of such a hard wrenching exercise. This entails making choices among equally deserving public purposes and making tough decisions about what should be preserved for the future. It requires reconciling future needs with that would garner a sufficient degree of public support in the short term to move forward. Acad- Academic public administration has a lagged considerably behind practicing public administration, improve uh, curricula, curricula and a reposing of emphasis upon the policy dynamics of government administration will be important factors in enticing more students to study of public administration. It is more important to increase the number and improving the geographic spread of university universities with public affairs programs, integration public affairs components into the curricula of other graduate and professional programs, developing many more in service, mid careers, education programs for public servants, and utilizing existing resources to strengthen public affairs program. The motives behind the promotion of new public administration is also in question. In the case of Hong Kong, as Anthony Chogin argues, officials of employed the hat-trick of new public administration to roll back public expenditures and decreases welfare welfare provide provisions in the 1990s. Governors at the time used the excuse of administrative efficiency to curtail the power of the bureaucracy. So, the thought of the public administration, the new public administration is the important of the administration activities. Like many other discipline is social sciences. Public administration was also shaken and influenced by the social turbulences and crisis ridden period of the 60s, such as 1968, the public administration of the Minnebrook. So, the need of a new public administration was shown much earlier. The majority landmarks in the growth and emergence of the new public administration are the ONI report and higher education for public services in 1967, the Philadelphia Conference on the theory and practice of public administration 1967, in USA, and third one the Monobu Conference 1968 USA, public publications of towards a new public administration, the Minnebrook practice in 1971, publications of public administration in a time of turbulence, edited by Dwight Waldo in 1977. These are the major important and intentional activities to development of the administration. The state of the study of public administration in United States, it has pointed out the following problems comporting the study of public administration. They are influenced resources at the disposal of the discipline, students of faculty and research funds, intellectual argument over the status of the discipline. It is a discipline, a science or profession, institutional weaknesses, independency of a public administration departs. Gap between the scholars of public administration and the practicing administration. The the Honey report has made the following recommendations. They are in order to meet the needs of governments for educated manpower, it has recommended the setting of a national commission on public service education which has to event broad leadership. It has recommended several programs like fellowship programs, inter, internship program, etc. for positive graduated students, advanced undergraduates, and teachers who are engaged in teaching and research in public administration and public affairs. It has recommended for support from federal, state, and local governments as well as a private industry for the provision of facilities to schools and programs of public administration and public affairs. The establishment of an advisory service for new public affairs programs and the development of personal registers to provide current information on experienced graduates of registered schools of administration and public affairs. The ONI report around great interest, but it was silent on the role of public administration in striped turn uh, Pompletas Society of Discussion on the adequacy of public administration in solving the societal problems. So, the Punnabrook administration activities, it is very important for the development of the administration development acts. This conference showed an intense sensitivity and to concern for the societal problems of the day. The members who participated in the conference expressed great dissatisfaction with the state of public administration. The proponents of new public administration emphasized the need to abandon free and value neutral research and felt the need to cultivate an approach emphasizing on social equity. This implies that public administrators should become the champions of the underprivileged, the agent of change and believers in status quo. In simple words, this conference is remembered for it gave a new image to public administration. Publications of towards a new public administration, Minnobrook Perspective 1977 and the public administration in a time of turbulence edited by Dwight Waldo in 1971. It is also very empirical administration development. Towards a new public administration, Minnobrook Perspectives is the first published book on new public administration. Dwight Waldo's public administration in a time of turbulence carries forward the Minnobrook idea. Since then, no important book is published, but there are many articles which have appeared in the various many magazines. These articles either have supported the concept or criticized it. New public administration characteristics for the above discussion. It is clear that the new public administration has the following features or characteristics. It is an positists in more than one sense. It rejects a definitions of the public administration as value free. It rejects a rationalist and determinations. The public administration, the service of the administration activities of the governmental activities. It is very important of the administration activities in the organization level. The Munno Brook New Public Administration consider that the rationality of the people was neglected. New public administration suggests the inclusion of a rationality of the people to in the process of the policy formulation. So these are the main administration activities of the new public administration of the organization level. Okay, dear students, this is the last class of today's.